Shan't be too long. Why isn't it working? There we go. Yeah. You might hear some
all good, thank you, Mr. Moyland. All good. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll do this and then I'll jump. We'll jump on. I know Hobo wants to. There's you and me. James Al might probably pop on after, maybe Moyland, unless he has to be up early. I don't know if anyone else is going to jump on, but here we go with Al Jadifa on board down into turn 1. Let's see what time he can kind of put together here. In Q1, obviously you need to top 15 get through. There's only one space currently that's going to be knocked out. Down into turn 3.
Oh, you dumb.
We got
stupid
turns
boy.
4, 5, and 6. Anyway, down into turn 7. Quite a quick corner now. Jadifa a little bit hesitant now. Down into turn 8. And then, here we go. This one catches a lot of people out. It's quite low traction, but Al Jadifa does it well there. Turn 9 down into turn 10. This sweep and left-hander. And here we go now on this long run down to turn 11. Is he going to cut this corner? Plays it safe. Through 12.
Probably a good shot to do that, to be honest. Play it safe.
Goes up here. Turn 13. This is a long sweeping right-hander just before we get to turn 14 and then onto the straight. And Al Jadifa is going to come across the line and set a 112.9 there. So who's next on the road? It looks like an Aston of Avi. And Avi does a 111.9, so a second quicker there. Nice time from Avi. And who we got next? We should see quite a few people there. Scotty Harris on a 112.0 there, just behind Avi. Bobbing up in an Aries with a 111.969, so just a little bit off the pace compared to Avi, but very, very close time. Aries has been very impressive in qualifying and the races this season. Who else we got now? Looks like a Booker. Booker coming across the line.
I'm on board with GGC now.
Booker's in the wrong car.
Oh, Booker.
He's in the Alpine.
GGC now is crossing the line. He's going to sets.
Well, 113.5. GGC 112.7.
Yeah, good time.
Okay. Al Jadifa spun it on his in lap.
Typical.
Oh, be careful, everyone going. Oh, around that sweeper right. Oh, turn 7.
I don't get the driver. Clearly can't get the staff today either. Staff got in the wrong place.
Got Johnny there. So. I thought Booker and Hud Sojo were. Oh, maybe they are Alpine actually. I thought Booker.
No, Booker
no, maybe that. Maybe they are. I forgot.
Surely you should recognise these cars are always spinning round in circles.
Yeah, but for some reason, I thought they were someone else.
Because I think he was the Williams last year. Maybe you're thinking of that.
He was in the Haas last year, Booker, because the Williams has been Lulu, hasn't it? And
yeah, because he was white. It was the white car.
I think that's what I got confused with.
Welcome to the stream cons as well.
Yeah, that's right, Moyland. I think I just got a bit confuzzled. So Johnny's Stokes, I say Johnny Sinzen. Johnny Stokes, right on the grass there, and into the gravel, and that's killed his fastest lap there. He's going to have to go again.
Let's have a look forward with Chubb as well. He's going to cross the line. So Chubb going around the final corner now. Oh, take evasive action, Chubb. And he goes on 112.5. Who was that in the Red Bull? It was Scotty. He's got no wings, Scotty.
Okay.
I don't know why. I think Scotty just crossed the line. I don't know why, to be honest, actually. But he nearly.
Was that? And Evans round at the end of this pit lane.
Yeah, Scotty nearly murdered
someone. And he's got in the way of Booker. Oh, Scotty's having a mare.
What are you doing, Scotty?
Scotty is single-handedly making sure that his 112.0 is enough to get him through.
There. I think that's an AI driving it.
It could be an AI.
Let's jump on board. Who's the next car behind that? Is it Evan? Let's have a look. Because he's not getting out of the way. He's sitting on the yeah, he's AI'd. He's AI. He's not even there.
Yeah, that is AI, 100%.
That's an AI I'm on board with, yeah. So come up with AI. Scotty, man, sort your car out. Is he in
Come on, Scotty.
Is he in the party still?
I don't know, unless he just paused it thinking, I don't know, but when did he lose his wing? If he's lost his wing and go, I can't be asked driving back to the pits, or he just had to go do something.
He had no wing on the start of his lap, I believe.
Yeah, you think the AO would pit in if there's damage. They usually come straight into the pits.
I don't know what's going on. Is anyone can let us know if Scotty's in the game still? Because right now his car is being a bit of blockade. I think he's back now, actually. Who's
The
next on the track?
amount, all of the incident reports coming in against Scotty there.
He's back now in the car.
James Owls now on an out
It's a
lap.
bit late, Scotty. You've already killed 3 drivers his laps.
That's it. Scotty has been slapping people about. That's the final. So it's going to be James Owl who's going to start his lap.
Dutch face has spun.
First. Okay, so Johnny Stokes on a 111.8. Avi went to a 111.2. So that's a massive improvement there. That's like 0.8 of a second improvement from Avi.
What do you think of this track as well?
I hate it.
It's not. Do you know what? It's not. It's a nice track, but it's very difficult to overtake. I think.
I could happily not have this on. I mean, there's so many. Well, there's not loads of character tracks, but there's quite a few tracks I could happily not have on a calendar. This is one of them. Couldn't give a shit about this track, to be honest.
Don't get me wrong. Like when I saw, because I watch obviously all the documentaries about F1 back in the day and that, and I always heard of Zandvoort, and I always liked the sound of it. I was like, oh, it'd be a nice track to see live. But I think it needs to be improved because of the cars we've got now. I think maybe it was brilliant back then in the 60s, 70s.
Chubb's been disqualified. He spun going through turn 13 and he ended up facing the wrong way for too long because he was obviously waiting for a car to go past him, and that's going to ruin Chubb, and now everyone's going to be through. Chubb was pretty safe there with the time that he had, was going to make it through to Q2, and now after that disqualification everyone else doesn't need to worry about time. So let's see what James Owl can put in anyway.
Yes, no, like I was saying, it's a track that I think suited the older cars, but modern day, not so much.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing is they kind of revamped it, right, to be able to have this. Do you know why I think they've added this thing onto the race? It's because Max Verstappen is Dutch.
Oh yeah, no, go.
100%. They've done that. They've done that for that fact, and it's just like that shouldn't be the case. Like the track should still be like a 112.0 from James L. Nice time. Gets him up there. That'll see him safely through. I mean, everyone's through anyway. Moyland here about to start his lap. Let's have a little look.
Anyone got out on Inters? Nah.
Well, yeah, apparently it's meant to be a wet quali and a dry race. So obviously it's not quite wet yet.
Maybe they want to... Well, I don't know if it's a dry race. I'd put on a pair of Inters now, or a pair of wets. Just get around the track. Save your tyres up for the race.
Yeah, but it depends when it's going to be... I mean, obviously now it doesn't matter because Chubb's disqualified. But if it's going to go wet, you don't want to waste a set now, do you? If it's going to go wet for Q2 or Q3...
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. You don't know how wet it's going to get.
Yeah, you don't know how wet it's going to get, and you don't want to waste a set of Inters burning them out right now. You could have slapped on a set of mediums or something, but you might want to save them.
Yeah.
So Moylan now through turn 9, coming into turn 10, this sweeping left-hander.
I remember rightly, I think Moylan did quite well in this race in the in GP2 as a reserve. I think he did fairly well. I think he come third, I believe, Moylan.
Round turn 12 on the run down now to turn 13 for Moyland. On the power, sweeping right, turn 14, now on the run down to the line, and what's he going to set? A 111.2 to beat, and it's going to be a 110.9.
Good time.
So, I mean, everyone's through anyway, but that's easily through. Speedy now, out on the track, doing his fastest lap time. Let's see what he can... Oh, he's
He did have a good...
To be fair,
last time.
All he needs to do is just... Well, he doesn't even need to put a lap time in, to be honest. Might as well just put a lap time in.
Yeah, just cross the line, Speedy, you're fine, mate.
Cross the line, and you'll be fine. And I think he knows that.
Yeah, this track as well, I don't know whether it was just last week on Friday, that there seems to be a reluctancy to bring out a safety car. So, it might, obviously, depending on how these guys want to race them with like the fuel-wise, it might be a wise idea to put just enough fuel in to get you through. Was it Rob saying, according to forecast, what colleague, so that Mrs. Moylan was driving in my car on Friday, as I wasn't there. Yeah, you're a bit of a letdown, really, not being there. But never mind. He did well. I think he got teams on points. Joe's gone through 122.9. Elstefano's still not out of the pitch yet.
This one. Oh, I'm just quickly checking something.
Have a look. Who we got on board? Let's go on board with Carl. Let's start his lap. We're going on board with Carl. Let's get rid of some HUD. proper on board with Carl. So you got a tricky braking zone here, about third gear on B, avoiding that curb at all costs. It's a high spin curb. Then we've got a quick left-right on to the roller coaster style right turn, which Carl was kind of missed, but it's all good. Goes round. And again, it's like the track, another little roller coastery part of the track. Very quick, very sweeping. You want to be max throttle here. Hard on the brakes here. Go down into 6th. Avoid the curb again. But doesn't matter because you can still spin. As I was about to say as well, it's a very high spin curb. As you see 2 cars simultaneously going off. Just about missing each other there. So just sort of sat. It's like that scene in Cars, isn't it? Where they're sparring and they're sat facing each other laughing, going, But there you go, as Carl's now looking left and right before he crosses the road. As he's another Red Bull coming steaming through. But yeah, very tricky part of the track. What's down for the car? Why not? So, another braking zone here, about 3rd or 4th. You want to be around here. Coming round to the DRS zone. Sweeping left. Sorry, sweeping left. Another spin area for some drivers. Onto the heavy braking zone, into the chicane. Clipping that curb nicely. Straight into a long left-hander. Again, another high spin area. And then the other spin area as you go around the right-hand corner for the final time. It's not only the entry point you can spin, it's the exit, it's the middle, it's everywhere. So you've got to be very careful on the throttle. And then across the line finally. And Carl does so indeed. 145. Obviously, there's a big spin.
So don't forget Mrs. Oh, sorry, Book has a big crash coming up to turn 9 there. But it's there's no way he didn't get any damage there.
This track
he must have something.
It reminds me a lot of Saudi Arabia in the amount of times you can spin like so easily. Like obviously you avoid the curbs in F1 these days.
Yeah.
But this game it doesn't matter. On this track doesn't matter. You can lose it anywhere. Messages to read out. Let's have a look. More as I was looking after it for you. James Owl says, yo, James. DXT James Owl. Hope, Mrs. Moylan, I hope you did me proud. El Stefano, what do you think of my time? It'd be good enough. It is good enough, but I would still go out just as a banker to set a crappy lap, El Stefano, because this game could cuck you.
That's it.
Yeah, now it's just them two just talking about their points in the last race.
That's it. And don't forget, Mrs. Cole, this Saturday, you'll see your T-shirt be signed.
Yeah, you will. What time are you, when we ran today? Saturday?
I don't mind. It depends what you want to do, because obviously the Gran Turismo race is in the evening.
Oh, yeah, shit.
So, it depends if you want to get back in time to race or not.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, how long does it take you to get back? About an hour and 45?
Yeah, hour and a bit. Yeah, it's not that long, actually. I don't think it's that long.
So, it depends if you want to come a bit earlier and leave a bit earlier, so you can get back for the race. Or, if you want to miss it, like, it's completely up to you, mate.
No, I think I'll,
Or, bring your rig, fold it up, bring everything.
Fold up the rig. Have you seen the size of the fucking rig?
Yeah, mate, bring it all up, stick it in your car, and bring it down here. We'll set it up for you. We'll get you a telly for the games room, and you can be in the middle of me and Josh.
Fucking hell, that'd be insane.
It'd be sick, wouldn't it?
That would be good. One day. Once you get a telly there and a rig.
Oh, mate, you'd have a 32-inch like monitor.
Yeah, that's true. What have I got at the minute? I don't know what I've got at the minute. How big's my telly?
Probably like at least 40s, I think, knowing you.
Yeah, I think it is at 40 something. Say knowing me, but you're sitting in front of a 60-inch telly right now.
I didn't buy it, and it's 65. But I didn't buy it. It's just Josh just had 2 tellies. How convenient.
You need
to be fair though, there's not one in the fucking lounge.
Mate, that would be one day we will do it. Like, obviously the problem is like my rig. If anyone's seen it, it's a what do you call it rig? F1 style rig. So it's very difficult to move. Where it's not like a fold away rig. It's a proper like stuck rig. It would be good one day to do it. If we ever did a 24-hour Le Mans kind of thing, then yeah, we'd do it.
Mate, I actually really want to do something like a 24-hour race, right? But then get people to be... It'll be hard, though, because you can't just switch, like, come into the pits and it'll be like someone else taking over. So you'd have to have people at your house, which there's probably only people that could probably do that would be like you, me, and Josh.
Yeah.
So maybe we could do one just for shits and giggles, and we'll have you down here, and we'll race on a rig, either mine or Josh's, and we'll do it, and we'll just take turns. We'll have a little nap and stuff.
Can I ask it to be yours because I can't fit in Josh's rig?
Oh yeah, no, I'd rather it be mine too.
I like to be stretched out.
Yeah.
Strap it to the roof of your car, you'll be fine. Constant, strap it to the roof.
But we are contemplating getting like a webcam and putting it in the corner so we can stream us racing. But the only downside at the moment is it's very intensive on the bandwidth having me and Josh playing online at the same time.
And then streaming on top of that.
So what we need to wait for really is this new lightning fibre to come to this area, and then we'll sign up to that and we'll get like ridiculous speeds. And it is kind of going across East Sussex at the moment, so hopefully it's literally on the road, like down the road from us and up the road from us, just not our road yet. So hopefully that'll get done soon. So
my rig is the Next Level Racing FGT rig. I will find a picture of it. It's a very, very nice rig. It is that one. Let me just put that. I'll put in the Amazon link in because I just can't find it anywhere else. It's actually in the setup as well. Oh, is it big enough? How can I post that? How can I post a link in there?
Links might be banned.
Ugh. Make me an admin.
Alright. It's up to Chubby, innit? It's up to Chubbosaurus.
Oh, same as yours. Oh, damn it. But yeah, that's my rig. It's a very nice rig. It's brilliant. I haven't got the gear shifter though, because I've got paddles, so I don't need the gear shifter. And also, I didn't bother putting the feet on because I thought that was kind of pointless. It just sits on the floor, but really, you don't need. Oh,
that's fine. I set to time just to get him through there.
I was tempted to get the wheels because it does. You can get wheels on it, but I think the wheels would have cost 60 quid, and I thought that's kind of pointless.
I'm thinking for Christmas this year that I'm going to treat myself to a new wheel.
If you're going to get a new wheel, Alex, this wheel would go nicely, and you'd fit in it. My wheel's nice.
Well, I was thinking of getting. Actually, quickly. So here we go. Obviously, Chubb getting disqualified there. So Chubb is the only person missing out with our 16 drivers. So as you can see, Moyland, Avi, Scotty, McDutchface, Evan, Johnny, Erez, James Al Jadifa, Rob, GGC, Cole, Booker, Speedy, El Stefano, all making it through to Q2. And as you can see there, Chubb with his really crappy, unfortunate disqualification because the game absolutely sucks. Missing out there. So he'll have to do. It's not the first time he's had to start from the back.
And so, 16th isn't that far back.
It's not too bad. We'll have to wait and see what happens in the race, I guess. But he's still in a good position there.
The rig don't make many faster, no. But I think if you saw me on controller,
the rig makes a lot of difference.
It does make a lot of difference.
If you've got a wheel and you're like, I actually had this chat with Craig the other day, CJ or Willie, however you wanna. It's probably
CJW.
Craig Willie. CJW, basically. I was chatting to him literally the other night about a rig because he wanted to get a rig because he has a wheel, but he's hooking it up to like his desk, and then his pedals are really flat. And I had the same thing before I got my rig, and it's uncomfortable.
And it was me telling you about it. It was me telling you to get a rig because it's not comfortable.
Yeah, and then you said about a rig, and I was like, oh, I'll have to look. And then I ended up getting the Playseat Evolution, which is what Craig's actually gone for as well, because it's hard. I mean, Ibo probably had this sort of issue too. Like me, Hobo, and Craig, we're all like 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah.
So finding a rig which is comfortable but also is adjustable enough to go to like, we're not even like super tall, man. Like 6'3", 6'4".
No, these days
it's a decent
not,
height.
No.
It's like a lot of rigs. You know, I mean, even like my mate Josh's rig, his rig's it's a nice rig. But when I sit in there, it's pretty cramped in comparison.
Yeah.
But he's like 6'1", 6'2". So we're not talking like there's a lot of difference there. But it's kind of weird how much difference it can make. But yeah, the rig, when you've got a wheel, you need to have a rig really. I would say rather than getting a wheel and be like, oh, I'll hook it up to like my desk or like make a makeshift rig until I wait, I would just wait until you've got everything and put it together and start racing on that. You're better off doing that.
I completely agree. Like. Obviously, I was a bit unsure about having a wheel. Like Alex has got, or Nevo's got a wheel where the the plate for the base of the wheel is a 1 bar plate. So it's like it comes basically from between his legs up to his hands. Whereas mine, I have to physically get in the thing. It's like a cockpit, so I slide my legs in, and it's like a bit more sturdier, as we see.
Oh, was
a
that
spin
who
there.
was that? Was that who was that spinning around? Was
But
that
Dutch face?
No, it must be James out.
Oh no!
Ricardo's out. And I tell you what, James
James
out!
no!
And now he's out, and he's taking Erez with him. Oh, that was oh my God! I thought that Scotty there was about to.
Be careful on the
Be
exit.
careful coming onto the straight. Exit turn 14 onto the straight. Be careful, everybody, please. Oh my days, that was. So I thought James Al got away with that. I was like, you lucky bastard, and Erez comes in like Miley Cyrus here.
A bit risky.
It was unsafe and unlucky. That was wow. So we have just lost 3. Whoa, Rob's out as well. What's happened to Rob? Oh no, he's lost it at turn 2.
Oh no.
Oh, Rob. Have we got anyone coming round? We do. I think it's Speedy. No, it's not Speedy. It must be GGC. And we have a GGC there.
Where is he?
So he must have gone off and then crashed into that wall because it's wet. They're on the mediums still, some of these.
Yeah, because they're trying to get out
as well.
They're trying to get out before the times change.
Oh mate, that is that. So I mean, to be fair, a top 10 shootout. Carl's still in it, mate, and we could see both the Hasses getting through here because we only have like what 12 people left.
One more DNF. Moreland goes 117.
Moreland 117 1. McDyface 117 1. I was Moreland 117 6. And then Avi with a 118 0, 119 5 for Speedy on those mediums. GGC still setting a lap.
Look at this! I look at the fight between Al Jadifa, Johnny Stokes, and Almighty Evan. Oh, Evan nearly loses it, going around the final course.
They go a bit of slipstream from Johnny from Evan here. They're going to cross the line. Al Jadifa, Almighty Evan. So Johnny with a 122.5, Al Jadifa with a 122.4, and Almighty Evan with a 121.3. So this is getting wetter and wetter. So GGC, Booker, and Carl all need to get in a lap, otherwise they're going to miss out.
Yeah, but
Carl, let's see.
GGC is not going to go set a lap. He's going to come into the pits.
Yeah, I think. I mean, they're quite quick times
too. He's going around still, but he's not quick.
Is Carl going to struggle? He's already. I mean, he's almost at the end, but he's already on a 106. It's going to be, you know, a 127 from GGC. That could be beatable for Carl.
So yeah, back to the rig. Yeah, Con says he's strapped to the desk.
Carl could. Oh no, that's not going to be enough. 120. Oh, it might be actually. Carl might pip GGC, and that's might all be what he needs.
He does.
He does a 124.4 there, so he pips GGC, and there's only 11 people left. And Booker now needs to do a quicker than a 127, but Booker looks like he's struggling out there in this wet conditions on those softs.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
But it's so wet out there now.
Obviously, I'm a driver, so I know that the wheel should be at an angle and you can't have it flat. So if you're uncomfortable and you've got to be there for a long period of time, it's not going to work. So yeah, it is difficult to buy a rig when you say me now. I'm quite tall. I wanted something a bit stronger because I had a rig. There wasn't a proper rig. It was like a temporary one that you could just pick up and move about and fold away. But you couldn't. It was a GT rig, and you couldn't sit there comfortably for that long. Whereas an F1 rig, when you're lying down, your legs are elevated to an extent. It's so much more comfortable. DRS has been disabled as well in this race.
There was a 131 there, so we could Booker. I mean, to be fair, 11 for Booker. Solid qualifying.
That's great
for
qualifying for him.
But yeah, I mean, it's literally what I was telling Craig as well. Like, Craig was worried because he was tall and he was a bit of a bigger guy, and I said, mate, we're literally like twins here. Like, like me and him are so similar and everything. So I told Craig, I was like, mate, get the play seat. It's comfortable. It's sturdy. But yeah, if anyone's out there thinking, oh, I want a wheel, but I've got a wheel. Do I get a rig or not? 100% get a rig. Don't even contemplate hooking up your wheel to a desk. Just save up and get a rig.
And if you're going to get a rig, get one with a seat built in. Don't get
one. 100%.
Yeah, because what I had was it was no seat attached. It was just a rig. So it was just basically for the pedal for the wheels. And don't get me wrong, it was good, but because you're in a gaming seat or a different seat, it's not the best. It's very difficult because. Like if you're a driver and you have this feeling, if someone moves your seat in your car, it feels uncomfortable. So if you have a rig where the seat's built in, you're constantly getting in like your car, and it's just always comfortable. Whereas when you've got a seat, you've got to try and place it, and it's never feels straight, and it's not nice. So you need to get an actual rig with a seat built in. It's much better. But yeah, when I tried Alex's one, like Nero's one, I thought the one arm would be a bit unstable, but it's actually really good, quite stable.
Yeah, the biggest thing
I
I thought
would
with it was
love
like where
to
it's the
make a
one
rig from
pole, I was
scratch.
worried about my ankles in a sense.
Yeah.
But they completely clear it, and I
Yeah,
don't
because
think that'll ever be
it
an
goes
issue.
between your thighs, if anything, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it goes between my thighs, and so I don't. There's like it's just not uncomfortable. It's sturdy, and I really like it. Like my rig, I will be using for multiple years. And then the only
Yeah,
thing I'm
same.
tempted to is upgrading my wheel, my pedals. I like the two pedal setup, so it'd have to be something with two pedals, which will probably rules out the G29.
I wouldn't
But
get
I'll
anything
probably get
with
the
a clutch.
300.
I wouldn't get it with a
Yeah,
clutch.
I'll be thinking probably about the Thrustmaster T300, which
If
I
you
think
were
is the one you've got.
racing street cars, then a clutch would make more sense, and you get
Or
the
rally.
hand.
See,
Yeah, or
Josh's
rally.
rig
Yeah,
makes sense because he's got the
plays
clutch
rally
pedal
cars,
for
yeah.
rally. He loves WRC, and he's got the handbrake built on the side of his rig.
But we play F1, we play
F1
Gran
and Gran
Turismo,
Turismo,
and all them
so
cars have flat paddles,
yeah,
so it's
exactly.
no point. And yeah,
But
so
that might be the only thing I think about.
yeah, some cars are going out of them to get some practice. Con said thought to make it from scratch. Yes, if I made mine from scratch, I would, because I was tempted. I was actually looking it up because I saw a lot of wooden rigs that you can make from scratch, and they're quite simple to do. Like you can probably buy the plans for it on what's that website? It begins with that with the P app thing. It's got all stuff on it you can buy from. I don't know what it's called. Pinterest.
Oh yeah, Pinterest. Yeah.
Pinterest, yeah. So you can buy if someone's got plans for a wooden seat, and then you just basically put memory foam down as a seat, and you can be really comfortable. But I say I would, like, for example, if I was to keep this rig, if I had the money, I wouldn't just build a rig. I'd have what I've got now, and I would add bits to it. So I would add, if I was a millionaire, I would probably add an F1 nose, add two front wheels, bits like that. Or I would buy a fucking ready-made one. But you ain't got the money to do that. Yeah, building a rig from scratch, you can probably build exactly the same thing that I've got out of wood for a third of the price of what I've got mine for, and it's brilliant. Like I said, it will work. It'll work perfectly. And Josh, for example, he's got his rig. He found wasn't very stable because obviously the wheel rattles and moves about because you're moving it. So he reinforced his with he got his mate to weld it and made it very, very stable. And so you can do stuff like that. But yeah, I think making your own rig is definitely doable. And so if you get wood, you can
It's definitely doable.
Yeah, you can build it as you want, and then you can paint it and design it. Like,
I mean, honestly, if you think about some of the rigs, right, especially if you take mine for example, if you found, I mean, to be fair to them, obviously they're a couple £100 at least. the bits of metal they use, they're good, sturdy bits of metal. It's not like they're cheap, flimsy pieces of shit.
Yeah,
but I reckon if you could find this metal and find someone to weld it or have the know-how to weld it yourself, you could knock up they must knock them out probably for around 50 quid.
Oh yeah,
in all fairness.
If you're not good at metal and you want to do it yourself, you can use wood. Wood's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with wood. You can get decent bits of wood that will be sturdy enough as well. Reinforce that.
Yeah. There's so much you could do.
Yeah, there's so much. Me and my stepdad were looking at building a rig. And I said the one I saw on Pinterest.
Oh, sorry, yeah. McDutchface just did a 120 on the intermediates.
That's quick.
Which does mean
Booker can go faster, technically.
That means Booker can go faster. GGC, Carl, Al-Jadid for Johnny Stokes, Evan as well. That's a really good time on those.
Yeah, I do think that obviously with Dutchface is quick, so Speedy is probably safe on a 119. I think he's retired now, so he's pretty safe.
I think Speedy's safe. To be fair, I think Evan and Johnny are safe.
It's only going to be them bottom 3-4, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, can Booker on intermediates, can he pull out a 123, something quicker than a 123.996? Maybe not, but he could probably definitely beat a 127.7. So I think GGC actually has to be concerned about this.
Oh no, I haven't seen that actually. So Rob just said, have you seen the FGT Elite, which must be the next level? I have not seen that. Next level FGT Elite. Oh, why is it doing this for? Why? I don't want to be on Yahoo. Funny enough, mate. My search engine just changes to Yahoo.
I love it. I love it when it goes to default like Yahoo or something, and the first thing anybody does is go Google, and then you find the Google, and it's like the best thing ever. They must just be like, ah.
No, but I've done it. I've changed mine, and it goes back. Like, stop fucking doing
Jeeves? when Ask Jeeves was the absolute king.
Ask Jeeves is the king.
And then it was like Ask Jeeves. Oh, let's Google. let's Google a lot in Ask Jeeves.
Wait, why is it doing that? It shouldn't change it.
It's like when you open up Internet Explorer or Edge, whatever they call it now, and you just go Google Chrome.
Yeah, Google Chrome was the first thing I downloaded. Hang on. Let's just imagine my Google account. How do I manage the settings? Wait, 1 second. It's just this gonna piss me off. If it just like, oh, I'll do it myself.
Oh, Booker is 5.5 seconds up on his time. Coming around the final corner now. This could put GGC out. GGC now doesn't have enough time, I don't think, to get out and try and improve. So GGC might be knocked out. And now we're going to see Booker. A 1:24.1. We do see Booker Bronco there getting into the top 10 for the Q3 top 10 shootout. So good effort there by Booker. I don't think anyone expected to be that quick on the intermediates. And then McDutchface pretty much shown that it was possible. So
okay,
good
now,
time there.
Now,
Carl's out as well.
off,
Carl's actually up on his time as well. 10th up.
Right. Next level.
Well, GGC's on his outlap. GGC might actually... Yeah, GGC's going to have enough time. Booker might actually end up losing out here. Carl's going to have to improve a bit, maybe.
I think I have seen this. Is it like... It's the one's about £1,000, isn't it? Yeah, I have seen... I don't... It says it's FGT. It means FGT means it's got F1.
Oh, he does half a second improvement there by Carl. 1:23.5.
I don't like the look of it. It
so
looks
now
too
it is
chunky.
up to GGC.
It's got seatbelts though, which I do like. It's got little seatbelts on it.
I would love like a proper full-on rig with the ones that has all like all the hydraulics or at least like the pressure pad sort of thing.
I think this does by the looks of it, but this is a rig, so I don't think the seat comes with it. But
okay, GGC, what do you have for us? Starting his lap right now. His lap was a 1:27. It was quicker than his current best time, so that bodes quite well. And I think Carl's out. Carl's crashed.
Oh no, that means everyone's through.
Carl.
Booker's through.
Booker is through. Carl's out. We just need to see GGC needs to beat his time though. So a 1:23.5 is what you need to beat GGC. Coming through turn 6 right now.
It looks nice.
Into turn 7.
Rob, but it looks a bit... I don't know what's... A bit too professional. A bit too like... what's the word I'm looking for?
Turn 9 here from GGC. Need to check the sector time to see how much he is up. Coming down round into turn 10. We should get the sector time in a second.
Commercial. There we go. A bit too commercial.
Here we go. Where's the sector line? Should be coming up any minute now, I think. Oh, he's 2.5 seconds up, but that's not enough. He needs to find another, like, 3 seconds on top of that. Can GGC do it? Can he pip Carl, otherwise he's also going to be out? Oh, this is actually looking pretty good for GGC around this final corner, though. 1:18, 1:08, it's going to be about 1:22, I think. 1:21, 1:22, 1:22.5. There he does. GGC does beat Carl.
Oh, it does. No, he's knocked Booker out.
But it has not Booker out because he didn't beat Carl's time.
That's so stupid, man.
That's such a stupid thing, man.
So
like,
Carl's not going to go to... So Booker's not going to go through to
Booker,
Q3,
unfortunately... He's got like one of the best starting places on the grid. Everyone loves 11th place on this game.
Yeah, but still. Does the seat come with it, Rob? Because it doesn't show you the seat unless.
He said the seat is an extra 300 quid.
Oh fuck! Yeah, do you know what? It's too expensive. I'd rather go for I go for one we got, the 400 one with the seat.
The thing is, if you're going to do that, right? If you're going to spend like, say, almost $2,000 on a rig, you may as well save up more money and get yourself a proper like sim rig.
Yeah, exactly. You would.
There's no point going hard. This is like the Poundland version of a sim rig in a sense, right? They're like, oh, we'll make one that's a bit cheaper than sim rigs, but not as good. So it's like you're making it a lot more expensive than a normal rig, which that will do the job of, but you're not making it good enough to be a sim rig.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you may as well just save up the extra few. You can get a decent. Well, you can get like a starter level sim rig for about $4,000.
Well, yes, if you're going to get you're going to spend $2,000 on it, for example, and you're an F1 fan, obviously you're buying. You're an F1 fan. I don't know about you, but I don't change my seat from GT when I'm playing Gran Turismo. I leave it as F1. But like, if I'm gonna get a racing seat, and I'm gonna spend that much money on it, I'm going to get one from Playseat probably. Because I saw one on there. I think it was F1. Let me have a look. F1 cockpit. And yeah, so this one from Playseat is a grand seat built in. It's got the arm in the middle of your legs. So it's like similar to what Alex has got with the Playseat. But you can get it in the style of your favorite F1 car. Like, you can. Why would you not want that if you're an F1 fan? You can get it in red. It doesn't even have to be that color. You can get it in red. I'd rather spend £800 on that, which looks really fucking comfortable, rather than getting a thingy. Yeah, so carry on.
There we go. So going through to Q3, right, we've got McDutchface, Moyland, Avi, Scotty, Speedy, Al Jadifa, Evan, Johnny Stokes and GGC. Obviously, Carl crashing out and Booker not being able to beat Carl's time means they end up both missing out. Rob misses out, Erez and James out, and El Stefano obviously having a bit of a crash. So that's why all those guys are out there. So there we go, 9 people for this top 10 shootouts, top 9 shootout.
Yeah, very good. Unfortunate for Booker. I think that's a bit BS, but never mind.
It's a shit thing, but I mean, it makes sense he didn't beat the time, but if someone crashes out, it's just like, well.
Evening, Cairo. Welcome to the stream, bud.
Don't forget, everybody, if you want to be part of the DXT team, head over to the TTFL Discord or the new DXT Discord, all in one.
I think it was too big, the link I sent before. I think that's what it was. But Rob, if I was going to spend that much, money, I'd get that. The F1 cockpits do look sick, and they look comfortable, and it's like a full wet race here, full wet qualifying even. Yeah, like the F1 cockpits from Playseat look so comfortable. Like, and as I said, like you'd get it. For example, if I was going to get it, I'd get potentially either a Mercedes one, or I would just get a standard blue or a standard red or something. It hasn't got to be a particular team, or a black. Just get a standard black one, £800. That's what I would get. I wouldn't get necessarily the next level racing one, which looks like it should belong on a bloody esports company floor, or like a fucking what's the word, a company day out kind of thing. You know, like when they'd have them days out. Yeah, it's a bit much for casual racing, I think. But everyone's on full wet, Alex. This is not going to be a fun quali for them. It's going to shape up the grid a lot.
Well, I mean, it just takes one thing, and someone could crash out, someone could mess up, and we could see some of the top runners dropping down to the back of this pack of 9 here. So, you never know what could happen. McDutchface is the first out, followed by Moyland. So that'll be interesting to see if McDutchface decides to let Moyland go, or if they continue going as they are, and then Moyland will just back out towards the end to give himself some space.
Yeah, most likely.
Cairo said dropping back, which he already is.
So him and Cairo and his cousin have both joined the TTFL Tier 2. He's pleased to say his cousin scored. Me and his cousin scored their first points in their first race for Alpha.
Well done.
Yeah,
well done.
That Tier 2's come along really well. Actually, thanks to RPR for a little partnership we got with them. But it has come along quite nicely. We have got a successful Tier 2 and quite a big Tier 2 now.
And don't forget the GT7 League. To be fair, the GT7 League is pretty much full up. Mainly because you can only have 16 drivers. I'd like to kind of keep 15 and 16 open for commentators. That would be my end game goal. But unfortunately, everyone who I know who commentates doesn't want to do it. So, if anyone fancies commentating and wants to commentate and has Gran Turismo and wants to commentate in Gran Turismo race, I can assure you it's more fun. The camera angle is so much better. As long as you don't mind watching Moyland win every race, you'll see some battles further down the grid. You'll see battles for second, definitely. Third, fourth. You'll see plenty of spins. It's definitely interesting. I actually kind of wish I could commentate myself, to be fair, but I'm racing, and it's the only game we don't do okay
we race Cairo. He said if he had it, he would do it. Do you know what? If you like racing games, GT7 it actually puts F1 to shame.
It's so much better than Formula 1 for racing. Much better.
Maybe not for racing F1 cars, but for racing in general.
Not for
the feel of an actual car racing.
Like you can actually feel the car. Like the force feedback on that game, and like the feeling through the car from the track is incredible. And like Formula 1, where you're like racing on a cloud, like Yeah, GT7 is really good. 121.8 there from McDutchface. What's
That's
Moylan
a
going to
quick
get?
time.
A 121.2 there from Moyland.
That's faster
Who's
than some of the
next
guys
across
on
the
the internet just
line?
now.
I think it's going to be Avi, a 122.5. Then we've got Scotty, 122.4. And then I think it's Johnny, 122.7. And then we've got, I think, Speedy.
Yeah, and then GDC right behind him.
There we go.
It looks like the track's getting worse because the times have been.
The times just getting worse and worse. Here we go, GGC, 123.8. LGD for now.
Let me guess, he's going to be an eighth.
A 124.0. Oh, 124.4. Okay, and then we've got Evan here. Actually,
this is close to be like in real life. This would be potentially stopped.
Yeah, I mean, you never everyone know drivers on the blower. All right, so dangerous. It should be red flag. Red flag.
I guess that's Verstappen, yeah.
Verstappen would just he wouldn't even take apart. Driver. He's yeah, no, but he wouldn't even be making it. His engine would have given up by now. Can I just say, really happy that he's not finished 2 races.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
So happy.
But yeah, GT7 definitely good. If you're interested, we obviously we do stream the races from the driver point of view. So if you want to watch on that, it is good. Obviously, won't get the full experience. Moylan goes even faster still, 120.9.
Blimey.
Oh, Evan just blows our feet out of the water, goes 122.4, yeah. 122.
Avi with the 122.0 there.
Scotty with
a 121.6. Nicely done there by Scotty. So obviously everyone's going to be having a few laps of fuel. They're just going to use pretty much all of this time. They might come in. They'll probably do maybe one more lap, and then they'll come back in, get a fresh set of wets on maybe if they're feeling it. It depends though how they feel with their times at that moment. It's only getting wetter and wetter though, which is the only downside. If they do come out again, it'll be a 1 lap wonder. And is that Avi there?
Geneva crossed the line, not improved. Let's put
McDutchface.
Well.
McDutchface is off.
So if you are interested in either racing or commentating on any like these races, obviously we have RPR do a tier 2, which is now open to a bit more assists. This is tier 1, so there's no assist, no racing line, no driver, no anything really, no driver assist whatsoever. If you are interested, send us a message in the chat and we can send you the links to Discord. And all the admins are in the chat as well because they're watching the race. They race start today is 8 o'clock, 8:30 start, do full quali into the race. They also have a one on a Friday, the tier 2, which is also 8 o'clock. No, it's not. It's 10 o'clock, 10 and half 10. Oh, big spin from Al Geneva, but he manages to hold
120.8 from Moyland as well.
And then we also have, obviously, I own the Friday League, so if you're interested in that, open, it's got assists, it's got everything you want. If you want to commentate as well, just give us a shout. Yeah, any questions you've got, just basically put them in the chat.
Yeah, like I said, really would like to find a commentator for Gran Turismo as well, so if you've got it, but you don't want to race and you want to com, then drop me myself a message, and I'll get you in there for this Saturday. First race was pretty good, kind of good to test it out. It's a lot more fun. Like even doing the races, like I feel like it's a lot more fun. I don't know if that's because I run like no assist other than ABS. Like it's more fun because it's I've got to try harder, or I think the game's just better in general. To be honest, so it's fun. It's fun to race on.
Obviously you're at the front of the grid.
I mean, to be fair, that was well unexpected. I generally didn't think.
You put more time in this than any F1 game, I suppose.
I mean, to be fair, I've driven this more. I mean, over F1 over years, then obviously no. Over the last probably 2 or 3 F1s, then yeah. But then I like racing on it. I can go on and I can do I don't mind doing a practice test on a Gran Turismo. On Formula 1, I want to do a lap, get a set up, and not bother.
I'm the same. I don't like Gran Turismo. I'd happily played offline and did all that menu books and stuff. F1, I don't play the career.
Exactly.
Don't get me wrong. I'm a kind of person that will just go onto it to practice something. But Gran Turismo wants me. I want to do it more. I want to get on it and practice more because it's a bit more fulfilling when it goes right. And I'm at the back of the grid on F1 and I'm mid-pack F1 and without no practice. And same thing with GT. I'm at the back of the grid because it's a completely different game to me. So with practice, I'm hoping to get up the grid a bit because I'm not slow. I just make mistakes. I just when I'm racing on a Friday, doing 2 F1 races, and on Saturday I'm doing GT, and the car's it's completely different feel. Like you've got to relearn GT again. So I want to get into that mode, but I'm not relearning GT all the time. Kara said,
Well, that's why
I have an idea,
don't
gents.
do Formula
If
1.
I get GT7, and I would, you, and I do, would you have me doing comms for you? 100%, Cairo. If you want to do comms for us, there's not even a question. Yeah, 100%. If you get the game,
Yeah, man, come
we're
in
not
and
even
get
good
comms, and if you have
I want
someone that you'd like to
Moylan Eastbourne.
and you'd like to do
I like
someone
I like
to do
comments.
comms
Listen to you
with,
commentate.
then yeah, 100%, man. Like even if you do it solo, but then I'll leave a space open so you can have a co-com if you want, and get you in and you can spectate and commentate, and we'll have a stream going on the
Get your cousin in.
on the YouTube. That would be cool.
Him.
That's the one thing it's missing. Is it would be nice to have a commentator for a stream to watch back. Other than that, I can guarantee you, if we had that, and I'm making an adjustment to the races, they're going to be longer. I think the issue I had with the last one is I was basing it off the times that everyone was doing, and then everyone got like 2 seconds quicker in the space of like a week.
Literally, I changed car and went 3 seconds faster.
Exactly, right, man. Like I was basing it like me and Josh were doing like 124s, 125s, and then all of a sudden we're doing like 122s, 123s. So the lap times being that much quicker, we're like, that's actually made the race quite a bit shorter. So the next race is obviously Dragon Trail Seaside, race 2, and it's a slower lap time than Laguna Seca. It's about a 1:38ish sort of lap time, 1:38 to maybe 1:40 sort of lap. But I'm gonna be looking to do about 35 to 38 laps of it. So it should make it coming up to around the hour mark. So it'll be a little bit longer for everyone. Probably have to throw in another pit stop. It seems quite hard on tyres and fuel, that track, because it's quite a quick track. But it should give a bit more. And then if we have a commentator for it, fantastic. If not, then from the third race, hopefully we can get one by then. And I'll leave 15th and 16th open for commentator and co-com. And we'll just have 14. I really wish it was 20 people still, to be fair, but nice. It is what it is. And then ideally what I want to try and do is get a second, not so much, I mean, if I got a second tier, then I would happily do like relegation and promotion, maybe something like that. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, we would. Maybe do it on a different time or a different day or something, and then we can maybe potentially commentate on the tier 2 or something. I don't know.
Well, I know people that the problem I'm going to have is in a month's time when I start my new job, I'll be away most weeks. So Saturday works fine for me and Josh.
Maybe maybe a later date, a later time even.
Or run it
simultaneously and maybe get a look.
Yeah, my plan was maybe run it simultaneously, but there's a few people that can't do Saturday that could do Thursday. So I either find someone who's willing to kind of run like a tier 2 and host it and get that sort of done. The thing I like about Gran Turismo is it doesn't seem the need as much for like the appeal system in terms of like people putting in clips. I'm going to include it, but the system for penalties on Gran Turismo is actually pretty good.
Yeah, and it's also got it's a contacts race, isn't it? So
well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of a rubbing is racing sort of thing, really. You have that. Obviously, if someone punts somebody off, then I want people to be able to clip that and be like, this guy punted me off. And then we can look at it and I can apply a penalty if necessary. I might do penalties for next race, maybe, unless it costs them. But there's points all the way down to 14th, which is obviously the running order I want. So hopefully it should go well. But let's quickly focus on these last few laps here. We've got Moylan and Scotty on the intermediates, although Scotty is 3 seconds down on his time. So
he's coming straight into
the pits. Moylan's trying the intermediates, and he's currently 11 seconds down.
I don't think it's
although actually, no, that'll be his outlap. So he's 8 tenths down. Okay.
I don't think he's enough time to. I don't think he's massively improved then, actually. Maybe a spin or something.
Not dry enough. He was 8 tenths down. It showed me his outlap straight away. So he's 8 tenths down currently, Moyland. I don't know if it's a bit back-endy coming through turn 9. We'll check the sector time here. It might not. It might have just been on the brink of changing from wets to intermediate. Some people thought maybe in a lap it will change, but
nah, it's too slow.
1.9 down. That's not. It's too slow there.
Yeah, Dutch Pace is still going quicker. He's 2 tenths up at the moment, but he's just lost a bit of time there.
Oh, he has.
I think it's in that grey area, isn't it? I think a lot of drivers have.
I think the Inters are still about like a second or 2 off being quicker.
Yeah, they're not
maybe
really,
2 to 3 actually.
Algenie's gone across the line, 7 seconds slower.
No, Moylan's coming into the pits. Yeah, it's still too slow at the moment. But I think what we've got right here is pretty much what we're going to have. So we're going to have Moylan on pole, Scotty in second, McDutchface in third,
He did improve, but not enough.
Johnny in fourth, Avi in fifth, Evan in sixth, Speedy in seventh, GGC in eighth, and Al Jadifa in ninth there. So
yeah, Cairo said as well he can use his stream. Yeah, that's like use his Twitch stream to do it because he does do a lot on his Twitch. So
yeah, honestly, I have no problem with you doing that. And then the only thing I will say is if you could download it and send it, because that way I can upload it to the DXT YouTube.
Yeah, or you get a co-commentator to do it with you, and then they have them stream simultaneously on the DXT channel.
Either one, I don't mind. Or I don't mind if both of you stream it through your own. But like, I'm a massive advocate for people being able to stream through their own platforms because it's one thing that helped me out when I was streaming on Twitch to build a bit of a fan base. So I have absolutely no problem, at least for now, to let people stream it through their own means, and then on a YouTube put it through the. I can upload it to DXT YouTube, and like just tag people your streams, or give you guys access, and then you can plug your Twitch channel while you're at it.
Yeah, it's entirely up to you. So as I said, we're quite good for that, I think. But there we go. So that was end of Q3. A bit of a shaky start to that. An end to Q2 as well. But there you go. Here are your final top 9. Is Moyland in pole, Scotty in second. Third place will be McDutchface, Scotty in fourth, Avi in fifth, Almighty Evan in sixth. Even though we're like DNF, he's still got sixth. Seventh is Speedy. Eighth is GDC. Ninth is Al Jadifa, and I believe 10th will be sitting with Carl, but Carl will have the free choice of tyre because he didn't get through. I believe that's how it works. But yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. So, the race, we do believe it's going to be dry, so it's going to be an interesting one to see. Safety cars, we had it said on Monday. I think we had 2, I believe, but it's very difficult to get one out. But there's so many spin areas and DNF areas that we could see a lot of DNFs with very few safety cars. We'll have to wait and see how it works. But here we go. So jumping into the race while these guys setting up their tyres, setting up their fuel. Nice sunshine here in Zandvoort. Alex, you looking forward to watching this? What do you reckon? What's your prediction for first, second, and third?
I feel like the thing is there's quite a few people who are out of place.
They are, yeah, definitely.
So it kind of depends on the safety car and stuff. Well, you got Chubb, you got James Al, you got Erez, even El Stefano. They're all kind of out of place a little bit. So it kind of if there's a safety car, then I can see those guys coming back into it. If there's not a safety car, then I could see like Moylan, Scotty, and Johnny just come in first, second, and third.
Did we read out the points from last week?
No, we did not.
Quickly do that while these guys are on their laps. Alright, I'll quickly run through points from last week. So Moylan is leading the race, leading the championship at the moment with 232. Avi's in second with 159. Johnny Stokes is in third with 156. Then we have Scotty with 99. That guy Alex's teammate with 94. Chubb in sixth with 90. James Al in seventh with 84. We have McDutchface in eighth with 80. Erez is in ninth with 71. Almighty Evan in 10th with 32. Wumax in 11th with 30. El Stefano in 12th with 27. Speedy, number 25, is in 13th with 22 points. Al Jadifa in 14th with 17. Lulu and Hazojo are tied currently for 15th with 7 points. 1 point behind is GGC in 17th. We have Robson Racer in 18th with 4. Carl with 1 point in 19th. Book Bronco is yet to score. What it does to the constructors, McLaren is winning at the moment with 259. Ferrari are in second with 246. Red Bull are in third with 232. Aston Martin are in fourth with 230, so very tight in the middle. And we have a AlphaTauri in fifth with 191. Mercedes in sixth with 112. Alfa Romeo in seventh with 25. Haas in eighth with 18. Williams in ninth with 15. And finally, last but not least, is the Alpine with 7 points. So there we go. Unfortunately, no one else seemed to join. We have Booker and Rob. Some little collisions along the way, looks like somewhere. They've been disqualified from the session. They're back in the race, don't you worry. As they come around the final bend, tyres nice and heated up, very quick formation lap. Have a look at tyres as well quickly while we're here.
Everyone's on, so got Moyland on the mediums, Scotty, McDutchface, Johnny and Avi all on the softs, and actually the rest of the field from
mediums,
6th all the way down to 16th down on mediums. So Scotty, McDutchface, Johnny and Avi will be looking to get past Moyland and pulling away. That'll be that main game plan.
Yeah, Moyland just to stay out of trouble, really.
And Moyland will be looking to stay consistent. I mean, we have seen it a few times when Moyland's on a slower tyre and ends up being just as quick or not losing much time if he does get past. So here we go anyway, down to the race start. 1 lights, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's go, go, go.
Long light
Moyland looks like yeah, that was a long light. I couldn't even see for most of it. Scotty gets a bad start and gets pipped by McDutchface. Oh, and I think, is Avi going to go around the outside as well?
Chubb tried to have a look around the outside of someone, but he got shut on.
So Scotty holds off there. Johnny Stokes manages to get back past Avi. They're all very, very close. Let's have a look what's going down at the bottom. El Stefano and Chubb going side by side here through turn 3.
Very single file if they go through sectors 1.
Yeah. Oh no! And there's a coming together between Chubb and El Stefano, and El Stefano is through the polystyrene and off of the track there. So
James L and Carl are going side by side right now, and James L slips past into 10th place. Great move from him.
Good start there from James, up to 10th place now.
There's your pit strategy, soft hard or medium hard.
That's it. I mean, interesting enough, Moylan's pulled away a little bit, but obviously now McDutchface has kind of got free a little bit of Scotty and Johnny. You've got Scotty, Johnny and Avi all quite closely fighting, which is going to help McDutchface out. Moylan's looking like he's got some ridiculous pace on these mediums right now. Almost a second in head. Trying to break that DRS before it gets enabled.
Still very tight though. Everyone just about a second difference between everyone apart from El Stefano.
Oh yeah, of course. And Erez there obviously making... Oh no, who was that? Was that
Yellow
Booker?
Flags
yeah, Booker and Chubb have come together there.
VSC's come out. VSC.
Yeah,
so
Chubb and Booker came together there.
It's going to help Chubb and help Booker a little bit. They won't lose too much time, but it won't help El Stefano catch up. He's going to be sitting there still, but he is... Well, I think they debated coming into the pits then, but changed his mind.
I don't think he's got any damage. He only went through some polystyrene, so one thing I will say, but Dutchface is really trying to close in that gap. It should obviously branch out a little bit when it comes down to it, but he was about...
Just trying to keep Moyland in these mirrors.
Yeah, he was about 8 tenths behind, I think, when the virtual came out, so he shouldn't gain too much, but you can, under a virtual, actually manage to gain quite a bit of time. Moyland's probably leaving some there, and then it's going to accelerate when it's coming to the end.
Yeah, we saw there'll be a few VSCs, but there won't be many safety cars. We have been green light lit already.
It's green light already, and I tell you what,
Moyland
Johnny is so... Yeah, but look at McDutchface, he's so close to the back of Moyland now. And we've got James there getting past Al Jadifa. Oh, nice respectful from Al Jadifa, gave him some space on the outside as he came back in there. Did you see there, Speedy? No, Speedy's kind of on the back of Evan.
Oh, yellow flags again.
Kind of joining this party.
Chubb's
it's Chubb this time.
Oh
no, has he got any damage?
He just dropped it. And so Al Jadifa's
Al
out.
Jadifa's retired. Oh, that's turn 14. We're about to see where he is. Car on board with Carl.
He's off the racing line just about.
Yeah, right. Don't stay on the edge of the track, everybody. El Stefano, stay on the inside. There we go. Nice one. Okay, Booker. I think Al Jadifa's car should be gone by the time Booker comes round. But just in case, Booker stay to the inside here, coming through turn 14.
And you, Chubb, as well.
And you, Chubb, as well, mate. His
car's
gone.
He's gone.
Oh,
he's gone.
Booker's lost it.
Oh, no. Damage. He's out. That's out
He's
well.
out. He's lost a wheel. Is this going to be a safety car?
No,
Virtual again.
See, here's what happens. It's a constant VSCs. And Chubb's probably screaming for a safety car right now just to get him back in this race, but it's not going to happen.
I know.
It's so unfortunate.
And Moyland managed to gap McDutchface again, and then McDutchface is closing in massively underneath these VSCs. I don't know what McDutchface is doing, whether Moyland's leaving too much on it, and McDutchface is, playing chicken with the old split time or not. But
I think Moyland's just giving himself a bit more leave room. Because it's frustrating when you go around these corners because you can't tell what the delta is. Like, so for example, you'll be going along what you think slow, and then suddenly you're like plus into the wrong area, you're in the reds, and you just want to be like, oh, come on, don't give me a fucking drive-through, please.
I mean, if another virtual happens in about 8 laps time, we could see people switch to hards early.
Yeah,
if there's another virtual in a few laps time, you'll see the soft runners go into the hards.
And already enabled is very quick VSC.
And it's already gone. But look, McDuckface didn't lose anything. Like, it seems crazy.
I think Moylan's leaving too much on the in the green.
I think it's one of those things where sometimes you leave a bit on the board just in case you go through a corner. But obviously these are all quite quick corners, and I think it's going green very, very quickly because usually you get our VSC ending and you get a little bit of time.
Wonder that, actually. I feel like I've seen that.
I feel like it's just going VSC and it's just going. So Moylan's getting caught out.
Yeah, it's possible actually, because I know there is glitches with this game when it comes to VSCs and safety cars.
There's glitches all over, isn't there?
This track's the worst though for it. It is bad for it.
Do you remember I remember the safety car glitch we had.
Oh, when they kept constantly coming out.
Constantly coming out. Oh wait, who was that? I heard someone hit the barrier behind. I think. Oh no!
Rob.
Oh, I know Evans round as well. Evan is round. He spins.
Yeah, Evans gone round. Rob's round. Carl's going to gain a place potentially. Can he get onto Tev?
Going up the inside of Rob.
Area he needs to be.
Oh,
come on, Carl. Remember, full send, Carl. Full send.
Carl, mate. Come on, Carl.
That was the full send corner, Carl. What are you doing? This is why we love you, Carl. For the full send. What are you doing? Amazing stuff by Brooker for Q2.
And then you see James Al setting the fastest lap of the race.
It
was good stuff from Booker. I was unlucky.
Safety car glitch in Monaco is non-existent now because they just don't put a safety car in. As Carl does go down the inside of Rob. Fantastic move from Carl. He does make the full send work. And he is into that beautiful 10th place where he needs to be for his midnight treat. Late night treat.
With the DRS open now, is this going to leave Moylan being a sitting duck? I mean, at the moment...
Not on this straight. Not on this straight.
Not on this one.
The next
on
one,
the main straight,
yes.
Maybe. If a Dutch face keeps it clean, he'll have to gain a little bit.
Mrs. Carl, he full-sended. Yeah, we saw it.
Did full-send.
This was the track, do you remember, when we was the reset lobby? And we went, come on, full-send.
That's it. The Dutch face getting really good exit here out turn 14, down the main straight. DRS is going to be wide open.
It don't look like it's doing much.
He hasn't... Oh, no. I mean, he was about 6/10 back, mate. He gained about half a second there. That's quite mental. But Scotty's got it as well. Johnny's got it. So these guys here will now almost been held up by Moylan in a sense. Moylan obviously on that medium compounder tyre. But if he can make it work for him, they're going to be better off.
I'm going to jump on board with Rob and Carl in a little battle now because Rob's going to have DRS. Carl is a bit shaky on the exit there of turn 14.
And Rob's looking like he's going to go around the outside. A bit snaky by Rob around the outside of Carl.
Great defence.
Goes for maybe the switch back, but...
Carl planted that car very nicely.
Gets a nice exit as well there.
A bit harder to break there from Carl.
Oh, look at Rob. He's almost pushing Carl around here.
Let's jump back to the leaders as again, can Dutchface do anything? Because he doesn't want to be stuck behind Moylan. He wants to get these softs underway. But Moylan's probably very conscious of the fact he doesn't want Dutchface to leave him either.
Rob and Carl are so close still. Rob's all over the back of him. I almost don't want to let off here, but we're going to have to watch these guys go down the main street. So.
Definitely this one. Definitely this one.
So here we go. Moyland.
100% sure
in the lead currently. With Dutchface, DRS wide open. Moyland, though, with the fastest lap of the race there. He definitely put the afterburners on through there.
He did. Great time.
And let's go back on with Carl and Rob. Rob has actually dropped back a little bit, but does manage to gain some. Coming round turn 12 now.
Yeah, it was definitely this track.
They've got El Stefano catching them too.
It was this track, wasn't it? Because it was that corner. And we asked for the full send. Who's got the clip?
Oh no, Rob's rounded it. He's out.
He's out. Rob's out.
Rob is out. Lost it through the last corner.
Be careful. He's right in the middle of the track.
He's right in the middle. Everybody be careful.
It's not going to be a safety car.
Onto the straight.
It's not going to be a safety car. They're going to carry on. Wow. This is what I'm saying. This track is broken for safety cars. It doesn't want to give it.
I think did they change it because it kept breaking and bringing out the safety cars all the time? So I think it's like Monaco. Like it's impossible to get a safety car out of Monaco.
Yeah. So we got one. We did get one. No, it wasn't definitely not Imola. Definitely not Imola. That was another full send moment, but this was the original full send moment. Because it was on that corner. It was on. The car's now gone, so we are back to racing again. Where is that corner? Let me go on board with Carl. Actually, we go on board with Carl. Alex, go on the car a minute.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't this corner. It was this straight where we asked him for the full send.
I'm pretty sure it was this.
Yeah,
turn,
because he full sent it here, didn't he?
Turn 11.
Yeah, he full sent it here, and he went rounds.
He's now got El Stefano for company with Erez catching up as well. Erez on the mission. Evans getting past GGC.
Yeah, Evans, a great move around the outside.
Nice overtake there. So, here we go. El Stefano's right on the back of Carl. Both on these medium tyres, both 6 laps old, but DRS is going to be in the favour of El Stefano. Goes behind him for the slipstream, moves to the inside. Is he going to get the job done down into
He's very aware
1?
that Carl made that defence earlier, and look, he's just going to do the exact same to him. Plants it on the apex.
Nice overtake there from El Stefano and Carl. And Erez is there as well, but Erez is on those soft tyres, so Erez is going to be very quick.
I think El Stefano realised how Carl was defending, and he went, you know what, I'm going to attack you that side. What are you going to do about it?
That's it. Oh, look at Erez. Is Erez going to try and make a move here?
He's got them fresh softs. He's going to be so much faster than Carl, but you can't do nothing around these corners. There's nothing you can do. It's like
I
say that.
Oh, is he going
to send it? He
Erez
does.
is doing it. Sends it up the inside.
Great move from Erez, but
he lets him
Carl
go back past, I think.
with a full send. Great defence from Carl, and great attack from Erez there. Just unfortunate, he just got a bit too hot.
I think Erez felt that he cut the corner too much. That kind of felt like Erez let him back past a little bit.
Yeah, I think he doesn't want to fight. He's on mediums, on different strat to Erez. He doesn't. Yeah, he's going to ruin his tyres by fighting it. So he did kind of let him through, but obviously with Erez making a mistake, he thought, you know what, I'll have it back. Thanks, mate.
So out in the lead, we've still got Moyland, followed by Dutchface, Scotty and Johnny. These guys are all very, very close. Johnny's so close, almost pushing Scotty around. But with all of these having DRS, there's not much that Johnny can do against Scotty, really.
There we go. Erez does get past Carl. Carl did try to get his line so he could defend, but Erez was wise to it. A lot quicker off the restart.
We've got Chubb as well coming through. Let's see Chubb on the back of Carl.
They said these guys, Carl shouldn't be too worried. These guys are all on softs. No, then they're going to be faster than him. He's just got to keep it clean and keep in the race.
Yeah, I mean, any sort of defence he does, or even like keeping him behind for another lap, kind of ruins their strategy a little bit.
Crucially as well, Moylan's broken DRS to Dutchface, who can put him under threat from Scotty, as Moylan again with a fastest lap on medium tyres.
Cool, and look at the gap, 1.5 seconds. Oh no, who's this yellow flag for? Is that GGC or Speedy? It's Speedy. Speedy's lost it coming out of turn 14, and he comes straight into the pits there. Rob said, apparently yellow front wing is not a terminal damage issue. Oh, okay.
What the hell? So is that where you got yellow? That's ridiculous. This game. I don't know if anyone just saw that. But on my screen, the pit guy just got up from out of nowhere, looked dead into the camera, and then just shook his head and walked away. That made me laugh, like I was looking into my soul. But it's a very quick pit stop here, and Speedy will rejoin just ahead of El Stefano there, and he's on the softs as well, so he won't be.
A penalty, though.
Yeah, he got a penalty for that.
Moyland has literally put on the afterburners, has now gapped McDutchface by over 2 seconds.
I think these softs are dying.
Dutchface is now, I mean 9 laps on softs, it could be possible. I mean these guys are all doing a similar sort of pace, so I think the mediums have come into their own the last couple of laps now. And Moylan's strategy is kind of paying off perfectly at the moment. No one's pitting in yet. Although, I mean, it's going to put McDutchface under some pressure. Oh, Scotty gets on the grass a little bit there.
Oh, and he's lost it.
Oh, no, he hasn't. He held it. Well held there, but it's going to give Johnny the run down.
Side by side. Great defence.
Well done. Nice defending from Scotty there.
That's going to help Dutchface out, because there you go, out of DRS. Which puts Scotty under attack.
He lost over a second there, man. That's ridiculous how much he lost.
It's so frustrating. Because this track, you can spin it without really doing anything wrong. Like, it's so difficult. You're always on the edge of glory.
It's just this game, isn't it, really?
So, no, who's lost it? Avi's round. Oh, he's on the gravel. And it's very hard to get out of that gravel trap, trust me.
And he's got Evan coming as well. Evan's going to go.
Very close.
That was close. And he's got GGC coming up to him as well. And obviously, Avi Softs obviously had it. So 10 laps on these Softs. People are starting to struggle. With Dutchface is 2.7 behind Moylan. Moylan can now chill out for a bit. Have a bit of a relax.
There's a little battle as well going on for the 10th place / the wooden spoon. Because Chubb is now on the back of El Stefano on those fresh soft tyres. He wants to get past him quick. He's got so much more grip through the exit of every corner, and he can see errors just leaving the battle boy.
Yeah, I mean, Chubb's probably only got about a lap left of these before they start to properly go off. So,
poor corner there from Chubb.
Yeah, that was really poor from Chubb. So Chubb needs to make the most of it, get their best out of these tyres. These guys, obviously on the soft, still going further, but the medium's really coming into their own now. Moylan's still pulling away at the front. Scotty's closing into the back of my Dutch face. He's gained about 0.4 of a second on this lap. Still got Johnny for company though.
Speedy goes past
Speedy there with a fresh set of softs. 1:13.5. I think Scotty
move from Chubb potentially. It's going to be a last-minute lunge, and it is down the inside. Elfsford to defend the outside.
Oh, Chubb
much
got
more
poor
grip.
exit, but Chubb managed in that second phase.
Contact there, a bit of rule rubbing.
Not another contact. They've already had one.
I don't think there's damage to it. I think it was wheel to wheel. So
yeah, wheel to wheel it looked like.
Quite
so
lucky there
with that. Erez hasn't managed to make any more inroads, to be honest. He's kind of just been stuck.
Yeah, his tyres are kind of falling off now. So
Johnny's in.
Yeah, Johnny's come in. Johnny's in.
So I'm expecting to see a hard set of tyres here.
I think Avi potentially will come in as well after his little spin. Depends on if he got damage or not.
Hard set of tyres from Johnny, going for the undercut. James Owl up into fourth. James Owl's been quite quiet, just been doing his thing, getting through, staying out of trouble.
Going for the one stop is Johnny.
Yep. So Johnny's going to come out
behind.
Yeah, it's not too bad actually.
Only just
is he going to get past? Is GGC going to get the run on him?
Yes.
No,
he didn't.
GGC didn't manage to quite get the run on Johnny. So Johnny out in 7th. Has a bit of a, couple seconds clear track, which is very good. So Scotty and McDutchface are going to have to react now. Scotty's now back in the DRS of McDutchface. McDutchface is losing a lot of time to more than
wide on the exit there.
Oh yeah, gets a really bad exit, but I think the DRS is going to help him claw back
he's out of hers as well. Only 14% of hers, so he's flashing compared to Dutchface's 45%.
Yeah.
So Dutchface doing well to manage. Scotty not so much. But we'll see what he does now. See who's going to come in, who's going to bite he dummied it. He dummied it
for the old cheeky dummy. And there's Moylan off in the distance there, so they're going to go another lap. And this actually could cost both of these a space to Johnny.
Yeah, it could. Yeah,
I mean, the hards obviously take a bit of time to warm up, so his pace might not be good enough. But I generally think the softs are so knackered.
Abby stayed out as well.
I think Johnny
they're
after this lap.
Yeah, they're going to fall off.
Yeah, I think Johnny after this lap. Obviously, the first out lap they're going to be a bit cold. It's not going to be too fast. They heat up a bit quicker on this game than they did last game, but I think he's going to have to go quicker on those hards than they can go on those softs at the moment. I could be wrong, but they could be missing out here.
Wait and see on that one. But everyone else at the moment is staying out. Carl kind of sitting in 13th zone in a minute.
They might be trying to extend the softs to get to mediums.
I mean, it's doable, but I think there's so much wear on this track. It is
high wear. You'd have to get to about, I don't know, maybe
to get nearly half
lap
distance.
18, 20 probably.
Yeah,
we'll have to wait and see what Moylan's going to do. Moylan's times still seem quite good, and his tyres still seem okay. 1:35, as I say, that his times seem good. He's just setting up the fastest lap of the race. So his mediums have got some life left in them, and he's on lap 14. So I reckon they're good for about. Well, how many laps have we seen? I swear I've seen someone do like 25 laps on mediums around here.
Most likely, but we got because Johnny Stokes is now attacking the back of Avi, so he just shows you that these hards are coming into their own now.
Yeah.
Already, Avi's looks like he's going to defend.
He's going to defend the inside. Almost hits the wall.
Yeah, very close.
And Johnny's going to go around the outside, and we're about to see the traction kick in here.
Yeah,
and Johnny wins that battle hands down.
It's time to swap. It's time to swap.
I think the only saving grace will be for McDutchface and Scotty is if they extend long enough to go onto the medium tyres. I think that's the only thing they can do now. And then they'll be quicker than the hard tyres. But how far behind are they going to be? This is the problem.
Yeah, we'll watch the gaps and see what happens. But I think it's getting to that point where you've got to make that judgment call. Because you got to. Is it worth losing out potentially a second a lap just to go on to mediums? Are you going to gain that back?
So Johnny is 24.5 seconds behind Moyland.
That's a pit stop,
which is about 19 seconds, and it's about 19 seconds-ish to McDutchface and Scotty. As we see,
Dutch
James
does come in.
No, that
and Scotty follows him.
And Scotty, so
oh, 5-second penalty.
That's killed.
That last-minute call wasn't good enough, and they've gone on to mediums.
Yeah, so they're going 20 laps. Yeah, that's about right, I think.
Yellow flags are waving. Who is it for? Joe. I think it was Joe. I don't know. No, was it GTC?
It was this track. I found it. I told him it was this track. Yeah, see, it was this track, Carl. We knew it.
Yeah, I told you. Don't question
look, Johnny's pipped Scotty, but not Dutch face. Oh, so Johnny did manage to get a position there. Didn't quite get McDutch face, but he's only a second behind him now. The only difference is he's on hards and these guys are on mediums. So if they get their mediums heated up after this lap, then I wonder if Moylan's going to go to softs. He's got the gap. I think James Al might pit in for a set of softs as well. I think they're going to go to 20, but no, they're not. Do they really want to do 16 laps? They're gonna. They're gonna want to go 20, 21, 22, I think, because the softs go off massively. I mean, it'll be a lighter car.
I mean, yeah, a lighter car will definitely help. But Moylan right now, if he pitted, he'd still come out just behind James because it's only a 15-second pit stop. So he'll come out just behind James. So that's how far ahead he is right now. Moylan is very comfortable. He's lapping decent amount of times now. Like that last lap was, I think, a couple of attempts off whom he's fastest. But he's not pushing. His pit window is open. Doesn't mean he's going to take it though. Jeff, not the smartest cookie in the shelf.
No, I mean the thing is, I think now there's no point going to hards in a sense. Like they've come too far. I think medium to soft is quicker. And I feel like James Al's going to do it, Evan's going to do it. Yeah, Avi's going to have a nice fresh set of mediums. So Speedy pips Avi.
Avi's going to come out in clear now as well.
He's going to come out in 8th. Erez isn't going to gain enough, and Avi is out on those mediums. Erez is still...
Yeah, Johnny is losing time to Dutch face ahead of him as well.
Yeah.
That gap, I think, not coming down. But he's DRS, that could help.
Yeah, see, that it's a bit of a DRS train in a sense, so he might find the DRS catches him up enough. But the thing is, these mediums are going to start coming into it a little. I mean, obviously the hards are very durable. 1:13.4 for Moylan, so those mediums got plenty of life left. We might see Moylan go to like lap 22.
Yeah.
And a bit of a back end there from McDutch face. I mean, McDutch face is close to Evan as well.
Even James is going faster still. He just went 5 thousandths faster there, so he's definitely improving. And
so
Scotty there,
downside
Scotty
for Johnny
on the mediums.
Johnny's almost out of ERS. Like he's very, very low in comparison to these two. So Scotty now really close to the back of Johnny. This could have been a bad tactical decision here from Johnny. Thinking the hards was a good idea to get the undercut, and it did work for one car. But now he's kind of a bit of a sitting duck. He's on those hard tyres. These guys are on the mediums. We know the mediums are very, very good for a long period of time too.
Yellow flags are waving again.
Is that GTC? No, Speedy. Speedy's round. Be careful on the edge of the pit lane. And he's got some time there to turn around. He's on the outside, and I think he's going to get around there before El Stefano.
Yeah,
El Stefano's going to get past him, I would have thought. El Stefano's coming to the end of those, the life of those mediums.
Oh, Joe's round again.
Oh, look at that. Nicely away in the reverse there. Plenty of time there, Joe, mate.
Yeah, he just went.
That's going to do his wing. And you've got to be careful here, Joe. There's someone coming round. Oh, and that's Moyland as well. That would have been...
They're probably, I think they would have partied together anyway. I think you would have been aware.
They probably will be.
But, yeah, I was just about to say, like, these tyres, once they spin and overheat, it's very difficult, and then he just spun again. I think he was wanting to see how far back El Stefano was. He tried to do a quick spin. There's no rearview mirror on this car.
Johnny has actually just lost out DRS.
Yeah, the flag's waving again. Is that for Carl? Or that's still Speedy for some reason? Yeah, Joe with now being lapped as well. Joe's now a lap down. And Carl also now a lap down as well.
Johnny looks like he's...
Chubb's in the pit. Erez is in the pit.
Did he make DRS? As soon as Johnny loses DRS to McDutch face, Scotty's going to get him.
A little bit wide there though.
So Johnny needs to really fight for this DRS.
He has got it.
He did get it. He got it this time.
But he's lost out a lot of ground there because of that mistake on that corner. He went really wide in, touched the grass.
It's going to be
just dragged him
hard
back
for Johnny
in. No, it's not. He's out of it again.
Back out of it. This is the thing now. I think if he doesn't get it coming down this back straight,
protection point is here, and he's not got it. He's not going to get it. He's either just got it or he's not going to get it. No, he didn't get it.
He didn't get it. Now Scotty here with the DRS wide open. Is he going to pull to the inside? He's pulling to the inside. They're going to go side by side through turn one.
The flags are waving
going to get the traction. Look at that.
Speedy's gone round
Didn't
again.
Have the grip. No
Joe's
grip
gone round
again.
No, it's not. It's Chubb. No, it's Chubb.
Oh, it's Chubb. Yeah, Chubb's round. On those
no damage
tyres.
by looks
Fresh
of
set
it.
of tyres as well. Must have just been cold. So Moyland here, still going round. On to lap 20. I still think he's going to want to do a couple more. You don't want to do 16 laps on soft, even with the low fuel. He's going to want to take these to about 22-ish, at least, probably.
I'm watching on board now with GGC. Is attacking his teammate El Stefano. Well, as Moyland's teammate El Stefano goes for the late lunge. Bit of contact there, and El Stefano goes, nope, I'm not having it.
Who's off? Oh, Madodge Face is round. Madodge Face has lost it. He's dropped it at turn 10.
He's dropped it.
So Johnny and Scotty now. And what's happened to Scotty? Scotty's now...
Yeah, Scotty's dropped off
like
a lot
2 seconds
from,
off the back of Johnny. Yeah, and he was in front of him. I wonder what's happened there.
So GGC still behind El Stefano. That's the only real close battle we've got now because of Dutch Face dropping it.
We're going to have to wait for Scotty to catch up with Johnny now. Hopefully his tyres aren't too overheated. The mediums start coming into a bit of their prime in the next few laps for Scotty. So plenty of time left in the race. So that's not a problem.
The Carl's pitted for fresh softs as well. He's going to get DRS against Avi, but Avi's in 7th. Let's have a look at GGC as he's attacking the back of El Stefano. Can't get it done this time. He's a bit closer than before. Needs to get a good exit here. But he's a lot closer than he was the first time around. El Stefano defends the middle at the moment. Where's he going to go to? Again, GT going around the inside. But again, El Stefano just got the grip somehow on these tyres.
Yeah.
Just sent it back around the outside again.
Nicely done. 20 lap old mediums as well. Those hards are actually shocking. Those hards are just shocking, I think. They're not a good tyre. They're durable, and if you want to go long and nothing else happens, then they're okay. But, I mean, they're just really terrible, aren't they, really? Like, let's look at it. Like,
yeah, it's
20 lap old mediums, and he out-tractioned him. Like,
that's ridiculous. I don't think it helps, because GGC is leaving it very late. So maybe he's a bit heavy on the braking. He's locking up. So he's not getting the traction he needs to, or the turn on the wheels enough to get round on that hit that speeding up. But yeah, it's just he needs to get a better drive at that final corner. Right now, look how close he is now. He needs to be this close as he goes around the final corner. So he's set up quite nicely here, but El Stefano seems to just drag him. But not this time by the looks of it. It looks like this time El Stefano makes a bit of a mistake there around that long corner.
Still
and this is close.
To stay ahead though, but I think coming down this main straight, unless El Stefano decides to pit,
this is the closest he's ever been. So he's got to make it done now.
Oh, we kind of dummied the pit there. And here we go, GGC. We're going around the outside of him here. Does he? Oh, look at that. Late braking by GGC, but it's hanging it around there. And now Stefano's going to have the inside line coming down into turn 2.
He's making the wrong calls, but look at that. That's what we like to see. Holds it round, and he will just hold it.
Stefano's going around the outside, but
yeah.
The GGC had the right line there and enough traction to pull it off, and they've got Erez right behind him as well, and he's fresh mediums. Moyland has pitted. He's come in for the soft set of tyres. That's a good chunk of laps left, and
like I said,
James
right
Al
behind
now.
James Al.
Yeah, he's only just about there, so it's only about a 16, 17 second pit. So Moyland on those fresh softs now is probably going to claw in James, and I don't think James is going to fight it too much.
No, but James
will
Al
probably
be
in next lap. He'll probably be in next lap.
If he comes in next lap, he'll probably come out just behind Dutch Face.
Yeah, about that, but he'll be on a proper fresh set of softs
even,
as well.
Maybe even nearly in front of Dutch Face.
I mean, if we go for the interval, we go to leader. We've got Dutch Face is 16 seconds.
Oh, yellow flags are waving.
It's going to be close.
It's El Stefano 4, but El Stefano's dropped it. So he's lost the back of Erez and GGC.
Oh, Moyland's so close to James Al now. Is James going to defend this?
I wouldn't imagine.
James
is defending it.
No, he's defending it. May as well slow him down a little bit. It's not gonna matter. As soon as James comes into the pits, he's going to be gone. But if you keep him behind a little bit, makes him sweat. And we're probably about to see James dive into the pits.
There he is.
Do indeed.
Gives him
There we go.
Gives him the clear line.
That's it.
I thought we were going to see El Stefano retire there because he got the typical 5-second.
Almighty Evan is now in as well, and then here comes Johnny Stokes. Scotty's slowly catching, but not as much as I thought he may do. So it's Johnny and Scotty now, second and third. James Ailes coming out on this soft set of tyres and now has a chasing game to play. Does lose out to McDutchface though, so he's going to have to navigate past McDutchface.
There he does. Dutchface
So
with
it's
that
about
penalty
an
though.
18th
The only
second.
one with one jump.
Yeah, that's
penalty.
true.
But these soft tyres are going to be so much better for James Ailes. I don't think Dutchface is going to even bother fighting it. But Almighty Evan gets out ahead of Avi, which would be crucial. But can they catch up to Johnny Stokes by the end of the race? That's the big question, really.
Well, I think if anyone's going to catch up with Johnny, it's going to be James. Just because if he can get past McDutchface and put in some laps, I can honestly see him catching up.
Yellows again, Joe's out.
Joe's out. And where's Carl in comparison? Carl's about to come round.
Full safety car.
Oh, and this helps out. Wow. Johnny's going to have to pit.
Johnny's going to pit.
It's Moylan's coming in as well. This helps out James. In? Yeah, well, we might as well go for another fresh set. You don't want to be even a lap down on these. Get another fresh set of softs on.
Yeah, Johnny's
the thing is, he's got the time.
Yeah, it's true. He's got loads of time to come
Everyone's going to come in. No one's going to stay out.
I think
coming around now.
James Ailes will stay out.
James might stay out.
Yeah, James will stay out. Evan will probably stay out as well.
Okay, so James, this helps. I mean, James, again, they barely did a lap, but is James now going to get Moyland? No, he doesn't.
So it's good stuff from Moyland.
That works out really well from James. Perfect for Moyland because he's got now a completely fresh set of softs. James Ailes up into second, Almighty Evan up into third.
Chubb very lucky there as well because Chubb means he doesn't have to give position back, and he can get in front of the safety car, unlap himself essentially.
I mean, it worked out for Johnny the best. He has lost out to Scotty, but he was on those hard tyres and just kind of waiting to fall down the pack, I think.
Chubb were very, very lucky there. Very, very lucky from Chubb. I think if I was
I'll tell you who's bad here, though.
I would have stayed out.
Oh, no, GGC's in, okay. So GGC's going to lose. Only probably one position to Erez is in as well. I don't think they're going to lose a position,
No, they weren't. El Stefano's too far back.
Yeah.
Because if I was Chubb, I think I would have pitted as soon as safety car come out. I would have made sure I was well ahead of Moylan's. He was lucky that Moylan decided to pit. But obviously Carl right now is stuck massively behind all these drivers.
Yeah,
so it's kind of screwed him up a little bit.
It's worked amazingly for James Ailes.
It has.
Like James Ailes couldn't have asked. I mean, yes, he'll have one extra lap of wear, but you know, it's going to take a lot of the edge off. He's not going to have to go full chat for all of the laps now, so the softs are still going to be very, very fresh. That one lap might make a massive difference, and if they're all kind of close by the end, you might find that one lap being the difference. However, I don't think it's going to be enough of a difference. If James Ailes got the pace and keeps Evan, I mean, it worked out fantastically for Evan too. Evan's up to third. Scotty managed to pip Johnny, so it kind of worked okay for Scotty. He's just lost other positions elsewhere. But Dutchface kind of got saved because he spun out, obviously.
Yeah, El Stefano got saved because he's got unlapped himself as well. It's just literally the only one that did him was Carl. Carl was in a really unfortunate position where he can't really gain anything really. And he's going to be right behind. Oh, Mace bum. Carl's round, hit the curb. Yeah, unfortunately for Carl, he's kind of stuck between 8th and 9th, which is not what he wants. Obviously, if these guys can try and get him, get him past, but it's very difficult in this game. As El Stefano pits for fresh set of softs. Chubb, so he's going to lose out to Chubb, but it's good. It's a good idea from him. Yeah. Only one place to lose
out as well. Although it does take him out the points, however, he might feel he's got the pace.
It's a risk.
Kind of way. I mean, I think the safety car will be in next lap. It's got a few other cars to kind of. It's a weird track, this one, because the safety car is actually kind of fast through here.
Yeah, it's a little bit fast. It's a bit quite quick. But I think Chubb will catch it by the end of the lap. El Stefano will just miss it, I think, the end of this lap. But I think he'll go around one more time anyway.
Yeah, I think there's one more lap left.
As you can see there.
They usually only do 3 as maximum anyway,
massively
don't they?
stuck now, unfortunately for him.
Carl's been screwed.
Yeah, it's not. You know, I suppose it's the game. It's kind of broken. I don't see how they can't let him through. Like in the game, not the drivers, but the game.
Yeah.
Stupid how it works out.
So
If
here we
anything,
go.
it's worth it
Safety
for
car going
Carl,
around
and
again.
maybe to come in and just to get out of the way. Just come in again, fresh softs, stay out of the way because he's not gonna be able to get past anyone. Everyone's on the same tyres as he is. But right now, yeah, it's difficult because even El Stefano will stay out behind him anyway, so it doesn't make no difference. Chubb's come in now, so Chubb's doing the same thing El Stefano is.
Getting a fresh set, so he's going to lose
And
out
also,
to
look at the
Stefano.
gap. I think he'll come out in front.
Yeah, he might do actually. That is a big gap, especially at this speed, but El Stefano's coming down the straight now. Chubb is just coming out his pit box. Nah, El Stefano.
Yeah, he's got him.
El Stefano's got him, yeah.
Chubb doing the
the thing is, El Stefano's
one-upmanship.
not got the delta, you see. That's why he's got to catch up to the safety car queue, so he can still go full pelt. So that's why he's managed to get back past.
So
there.
Chubb's done the right thing there because El Stefano's had to rinse his tyres for that one lap, whereas Chubb has gone. Do you know what? I could just chill, give you the place back in a minute, have the pressure side.
And they're both going to catch up, so we should see the safety car coming in this lap.
Provided no one spins, but yeah. He has caught up. There we go. To the back. Unfortunately, Carl still stuck. It's a big shame, but anything can happen in this restart because we've seen drivers drop it as Moylan goes very wide there and he picks up the grass. Speedy has joined the race again, so maybe he's going to race engineer for these guys. See if it's got in this lap.
Here we go. So Moylan's probably going to start slowing down the pack about now, letting the safety car crack on.
Good to see a DXT 1-2.
Yeah, DXT.
Unfortunately, Rob can't
we
make
have some
it
fast
1, 2,
drivers in DXT.
Yeah, we have some good drivers in DXT.
I feel like we've got some fast DXT drivers for Formula 1, and then we've got some fast ones for Gran Turismo as well.
Moylan P1, Evan P2, Johnny P3, my prediction. He also said, I hope Moylan bins it.
Fair enough.
So here we go. Moylan has gone. It's caught out James a little bit
he has
there.
As well.
Not
James
so much Evan. Evan's going the attack.
Straight up the inside of James out here. This could be him down into third place.
Everyone keeps it on the track.
There's
a freeway battle at the back as well. Late in the brakes.
Oh, look at this. Oh, a bit of argy-bargy going on there. I was all trying to get through turn one.
And James Al kept that place as well. Oh, in all that madness, he keeps second place. Evan in third, Johnny in fourth, and Scotty in fifth. Dutchface back in this well in sixth place.
Brought Avi back into play as well. Avi was like in no man's land as well, and now looks like Avi's struggling for pace a little bit, but
Carl managed to let everyone pass as well quite cleanly.
Yeah, nicely done.
So if Carl stays in this, 2 people DNF, which is very possible. He's still on for a point. As Dutchface goes a bit wide there, opens the door for Avi, who goes, thank you very much, I'll take sixth. And that is all she wrote on that one.
Nicely done there by Avi. The opportunist, as always.
Evan overtook before the line.
Dutchface and Avi.
Did he? Question for the stewards, maybe?
That might be why he had
to give it back.
That might be why he had to give it back. You're not going to let off going down that straight, though. You're going to let off going through the corner to give it back. You're never going to let off on that straight when you've got all the other cars. You don't want to lose 3 places. You don't want to do that. So
he'll try it again now. Moylan sets the
Moylan has gone. Moylan has gone. Checked out. Thank you very much. Early checkout.
Considering that was a good start he done as well. Like he's done that really well. And I think he'll go faster now as Chubb and El
Stefano battling it out. El Stefano's on the outside.
These 2 guys can't leave each other alone today.
Yeah, I know. They're loving each other today. So Chubb does get that 10th position off of El Stefano.
That's why he gave it back, because he did go overtaken before the line.
He didn't have much of a choice though either. Like James got such a poor start.
James got the poor start, so he couldn't really do anything about it. LH, welcome to the chat, my friend. LH44, welcome to the stream. You are watching Rapid Pixel Racing, completely no assist. Just entering the last couple of laps now, just after a safety car restart. It's a good time to join us again. But yeah, I think the poor start from James, you couldn't do anything from Evan's point of view. Just get past, give the place back, don't lose out.
Yeah, I mean, he's still pretty close to James. James 2.1 back. When DRS gets it activated, Evan's going to have it on James Al, and James Al's going to be completely out of it. He does have to be careful with Johnny behind him, as DRS is enabled.
Yeah.
So next time around, they're going to benefit from it. But it's all so close though. Avi's 6 tenths behind Scotty. Scotty's 6 tenths behind Johnny. Johnny's 3 tenths behind Evan. And Evan's about 9 tenths behind James. He really needs to stay in the DRS zone with James. And James looks like he's gone a bit slow through those last couple of corners actually. Lost a couple of tenths.
Oh,
Evans almost lost it. Oh, well held, but now he's going to have...
Johnny's gone right past.
Letting Johnny go. Fair play to Evan there.
That's going to help out James Al, because look at the gap, 1.1 seconds.
Yeah,
so he needs to push now for these last couple of corners.
Johnny's looking quite fast though.
Johnny is looking very fast today, but he's under attack as well. At least.
Oh no, and Evan's gone wide. He's lost out to Scotty.
Yeah, he has.
A couple terrible corners there from Evan, and he seen himself go from 3rd down into 5th. And now he's got Avi for company.
I was about to say, like, Johnny could be under attack from Evan because he's right behind him, but not anymore, because now Scotty's right behind. So Scotty will just use this DRS, reel in Johnny, and then try him again. And just keep reeling him in until it's the right time to overtake. But right now, James Al just needs to hope these guys battle for a bit longer. Let him get away.
Yeah, that's literally it. I mean, Johnny's so close to the DRS zone of James. James is... I mean, James is better for ERS. Johnny's rinsed it a bit. Scotty's a bit healthier. Evan's okay. Avi's fine. McDutchface is fine. And Erez gets GGC down the main straight.
Simple move there.
Easily done. Oh!
Chubb going through as well.
Chubb sends it up the inside there. Almost gets cut off by GGC. Very, very close. Some good awareness there from both drivers, really. Oh, and Chubb's
going around the outside. That's never going to work.
Yeah, just sweeping back on here, I think. Trying to get a better run here. But GG's very healthy on ERS.
Oh, Johnny's pulled back within the DRS
Carl's
zone.
In the pits. Another fresh set of softs. Go on. Carl, go for fastest lap, mate. You got this, Carl.
Yeah, Johnny, meanwhile, has got back into the DRS of James. So, yes, I say that as he's fallen back out of it. Where's the detection point?
It's coming
round.
He's
right out. I think he's still out of it. He's still out of it.
Yeah, he didn't get it. So Scotty's going to use it to reel him in. So James Al doing very well there to keep them out of the DRS zone. Johnny's DRS is very, very low.
You use your overtake, James, and just basically keep that gap over a second. That's all you've got to do at the right key moments. But Johnny Stokes now is going to be something for Johnny Stokes to have Scotty to think about very, very quickly. I don't think he's going to be close enough right now, but it's just going to set him up again.
Well, that's it. He just reels him in, though. Just reels him in. And Evan
he's hit the curb! Oh. He's hit the curb and he's round. Johnny's round.
Oh, no.
Facing the wrong way.
That curb is a biatch.
It was his rear wheel just clipped that curb and it's just sent him
now he's all
into
the way
10th,
back down.
nearly out of the points.
And El Stefano. Is El Stefano going to get him? No, El Stefano.
Evans out.
Evans out.
Evans lost it.
Oh, no.
Safety car again.
Wow. Oh, okay. Yeah, but a safety car...
No one's going to pit. No one's going to pit.
No, there's no point.
There's no point
really
in pitting.
No point. There's no... I mean, the safety car's going to be out, right?
That's not helped out James.
Out of 36.
That is not helped out James. Or Moylan, for that matter.
No, Moylan might have enough in the tank, though. But there's no point pitting. I mean, if Moylan pits and then everyone else is on fresh softs, it's one of those things, really. Moylan's kind of cucked massively, because if everyone else decides to pit, I mean, you're going to have like a one-lap race, but there's going to be no DRS for it, right? So
has this helped out Carl? I think it has. Yes, it has. Carl will be on the lead lap.
He won't be on the lead lap, though, will he?
Yeah, safety car will pick up these guys, so Carl would outlap himself, no?
No, because Carl's still behind him.
Oh, yeah.
He'll still be where he is. No one's pitting.
No, I wouldn't expect it. I think maybe El Stefano might pit. El Stefano, possibly Johnny Stokes.
El Stefano could pit.
Oh, hang on, Chubb's in. Chubb's
Johnny
is
in. Pitting.
Johnny's
pitting.
No,
they're going to double stack.
Pitting. No, they are. That's going to ruin Johnny.
That's going to kill Johnny. And Chubb picked up a 5-second penalty for speeding the pits. El Stefano's pitted.
Oh, it's a new wing for Chubb as well. It's a new wing for Chubb.
No
that's really
way.
him up.
I mean, I know it's and El Stefano jumps them both.
Oh, no. Oh, wait, he doesn't.
What?
Hey?
Okay, that was a glitch then, because Chubb was sitting in his pit box.
Yeah.
Okay, well, El Stefano doesn't jump on both, but he does jump Johnny.
And
Johnny is in and out.
Carl Carl hasn't unlapped himself.
Yeah, but Carl's now in between.
Yeah, that's not what he wants to be.
Johnny and El Stefano. And Johnny's gone for a set of mediums. Did he not have another fresh set of softs?
Maybe not. Or maybe he's just doing it I don't know.
Maybe it just didn't matter. It could be a glitch on the game's part. Maybe he forgot to change it. Maybe he has no fresh softs left. Maybe he just doesn't give a crap.
Possibly. We'll see it. We'll wait on board because you could see him pit again.
Yeah, that double stack though.
Again, Carl, another place closer to that top 10. That's top 10 for that magical treat. The magical late night treat. Still on for him. But yeah, we'll see what Johnny does. I wouldn't be surprised if he pitted again for softs again.
Yeah,
maybe
he
it
might
was
do.
a mistake. But the thing is, if Carl ideally doesn't want him to get in his way, but there's nothing Carl can do at the moment. Chubb's come back in. Don't tell me Johnny comes back in as well. Chubb's come in for fresh softs. Johnny has stayed out, so Johnny will get past Chubb again.
Okay.
Strange call there, but I'm not too sure why. So Johnny has stayed out on his medium tyres.
Maybe he didn't have a fresh enough set of softs. Maybe.
Possibly, but then wouldn't you just stay out on the softs you got? Because no one else
maybe after the spin they were probably overheated though.
Maybe. Oh yeah, he did have a spin. Yeah, that spin.
Yeah.
But they go out on them, put them on again. That way they'll cool down. Yeah, anyone knows? Let us know. We're not in the cockpit, unfortunately. We can't hear the. You can't. See, I would like to see tyre wear in the next game, so we can see what's going on. Be nice. So right now we're just seeing Chubb rejoin the back of this pack. So it's going to be a battle for the points really, because Carl with a lap down, he's kind of out of it at the minute. So there we go. Safety car not coming in this lap. Oh, yes it is. Yep, in this lap. So back on board with James out, and we'll see. Gutted went from the undercut of Scotty, snap of oversteer. Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate, mate. You were doing well, unfortunately, Evan. He was doing very well. The way this game goes, unfortunately, there's so many areas where you can spin. Like we've lost 5 drivers today out of 16. Just shows you how this track's like. We'll see. Can Moylan catch out James Al again? Can James Al stay in front of Scotty? And Moylan's gone already. And again, James Al's been caught out. But he's caught out
looked
Scotty
prepared,
as well.
But yeah, I mean James Al was more prepared this time, but still slightly caught out. Scotty got more caught out, I think. Oh, look at that though. McDodge face right on the back of Avi. Trying to go up the inside into turn 1.
Don't touch that curb. El Stefano's going in for a battle with GGC. These guys again, always on track together. Like him and Chubb.
El Stefano up to 7/8th on the outside now with the 2 Ferraris behind him. El Stefano going to try and hang it round the outside.
Oh, what a move!
Gets a traction. A bit of a tap. Lovely move from El Stefano there. Really nice.
Johnny's right on the back of these guys as well, but Johnny can't do anything around here.
He's on the mediums as well. That might not help him. It might help him because I mean 9-lap-old softs. I guess fresh mediums to 9-lap-old softs actually is an advantage.
Yeah, I guess it would be. Or a bit of a snap of oversteer there.
That's it. Snap of
oversteer
look at Johnny.
But Chubb is the worry because he's on fresh softs right behind his teammate.
Yeah.
So he's going to be a lot faster than anyone on track at this very moment. And he's going to get held up. And he's gone for it. He's gone for the send. I don't think... Oh, Johnny did fight as well. Johnny's fighting for them 2 points.
Of course he is. He wants all the points he can get. But I think he's a bit of a sitting duck on those mediums. Only going to be 1 lap left when they come across this line.
Yellow flags are waving.
McDutch face.
Why is the yellow flags waving?
McDutch face, I think, lost it. He's just lost out to El Stefano.
There he has. It's so good
and
now.
There is. So...
Just what I want to see. Drivers with no penalties. Yeah, do you know what? This is a first. This is a definite first.
Yeah, well, everyone had a 5-second. Lost it, didn't they? Cause
yeah, they did. They pit under the pit stop.
Oh,
look at that.
All over the back of El Stefano.
So close.
El Stefano just needs to hang on. 1 more lap.
It is. Here's the final lap of the race right now. No penalties. So this is going to be the final order.
That's
Johnny
it.
Stokes
El Stefano just needs to hang on. There's going to be no DRS. It's all about ERS now. Johnny Stokes is stuck behind GGC as well.
He's going to go for it though. Late in the move.
Up the inside.
Gets better traction on the exit
and
as
well.
Chubb
going to follow him through. Chubb's going to try. It's going to be on the outside.
I don't think he's got that wide line. It's not going to help.
He's going to have the traction.
He's going to have it though.
There we go. The traction to drive there. So Johnny up to 8th. Chubb up to 9th. McDutch facing El Stefano still battling it out here for this 6th place. Moylan's going to be coming across the line any second now to take the win. And Moylan, to be fair, hasn't put a foot wrong the race.
No foot wrong.
Well deserved. James Al, great race from James Al.
DXT 1-2.
Scotty there coming over in third. Here comes Avi, El Stefano, McDutchface. Look how close they are. Oh my days. They're almost pushing each other across the line, and El Stefano, great finish from El Stefano there for 6th place there.
Yeah, considering how much he was out of it, and Carl will cross the line in 10th.
So, who's your driver of the day?
Oh, man.
I'm going to go for James Al.
James Al, yeah, 100%. James Al did fantastic.
I think he done fantastic.
There you go. Game
the
agrees.
Safety cars kind of helped him out, but...
Game agrees.
Yeah, I just feel like James Al, he had the pace still as well. So, driver of the day, James Al. Well done, James. Good drive from yourself.
Good DXT 1-2. The first one in this league.
Well done to Moyland. Looked in control that whole time.
Yeah, Cairo agrees. Says James as well. I've got to agree with that. It's a great race. It was a great race in this. I think LH should be suited to this if he ever joined it. LH is another quick driver with no assists. So there we go. Then here your final standings. There was one penalty. That was Evan. So one penalty at the very end. But obviously he was DNF in the end. But Moylan is your race winner with a fast lap to boot as well. So 26 points for him.
Well, an English top 3 as well.
English top 3, yeah. And then you've got James out in second, Scotty in third. What's it? That is Israeli? Israeli,
isn't it?
Israeli 4-5 as well, with Avi and Erez.
Good points for Aston Martin.
Yeah, and then a Dutch 6-7 with El Stefano and Dutch face. With Johnny in 8th, Chubb in 9th, GGC in 10th, Carl in 11th, and our DNFs, unfortunately, was Almighty Evan, Speedy, Rob, Booker, and Al Jadifa. Big shame.
So there we have it.
Only one penalty amongst all the drivers, which is brilliant.
Yeah, and that's the only one that actually was like a corner cutting one there for Evan. So well done to everyone that took part. We will be back next week, which...
Oh, will you be back next week, though?
Yeah, I'm here next week.
Oh, yeah.
I'm here for like next 4, and then I'm done.
Oh, yeah, because it was a week break, wasn't you?
Yeah. So
Imola.
I'm here this week. I'm here next week for Imola. I'm here for the next 2. And then the 16th I might actually be here for. And then I will be gone.
Yeah, potentially as well. Like, it's quite worrying because around the 23rd, 30th, and 6th of May, Belgium, Mexico, and Canada, I may not be here. It depends. I'm missing 1 or 2 races because of the baby, but it just means I'll be doing a stream with a little newborn, which will be fun.
Mate, they're easy.
I'll have a co-commentator next to me. He is here. Yeah, I know Morland's losing again.
Yeah, no.
Well, yeah, thank you very much, Rob. Chris said great com again, lads. Like, do you know what? We love it.
Rob.
We love commentating, and we love this league.
I'm actually gutted that I need to stop it. Really, I'm gutted.
We'll work out a way of making. I was getting you to do it again.
Oh well, on bank holidays and stuff, I won't be working, so I'll be available then most likely if I have the time.
Con just said, in the words of James Al, Moylan can stand on Lego.
Yeah.
Oh god. But yeah, lads, if you want to play a bit of Gran Turismo, just jump in the party. We'll jump in a minute.
Yes.
So El Stefano did say as well, best Dutch driver here. So yeah, actually, the best Dutch driver.
You did.
So guys, don't forget, if you do like what you've seen, hit the like, hit subscribe button for both channels, or whatever channel you're watching on. Join us again next week for Imola. If you want to get involved in the races, send us a message, just let us know. We can help you do that. If you want to see, so the next race on the calendar for both of us is going to be Friday. We've got the TTFL, Tier 1 and Tier 2s are going on. We've got commentators in both now, so do check out we'll send out links and Discords and stuff. If you want to get involved, let us know. Then we got the GP2 race followed very shortly after on that same Friday for here with RPR. And then once that's all done, then we have the good race. I'm joking. No, we've got the Gran Turismo race as well on the Saturday. So lots of racing this week still to do.
Yes.
Hopefully soon we'll get it all on one channel.
Yeah, that's it. Hopefully it'll be good to do. But thank you everyone for tuning in. I've been your host DXT Nevo, obviously with me DXT Hobo as always, and we will catch you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye, Felicia.